Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, ImperialDAne, Master Propaganda Hero Site, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Holotny Ferma. Between these, we got here Bglife fighting for King and Country for the 11th Armoured Division. Versus in the west, ImperialDAne fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role of the 21st Panzer Division with Breakthrough, Luftwaffe and Spec Ops, Infantry Sturmofficer and Oberson Bulletins versus Vanguard, Spec Weapons and Royal Engineer with Triple Infantry all the way there for Bglife. Double section start frame with Volksgrenadiers arriving here for the Faserland. Sturmpanies in Norfolks there. Rather rapidly, Volksgrenadiers move up here to secure the compartment here. That way make it a bit harder to just rush to the house and take that away from him. But so far, sort of more heading towards the south to secure his own resources there. Second section running out as well. With a third section on the way there for Bglife. More Volksgrenadiers on the way here for the 21st Panzer Division. Heading for the fuel there. Second Volksgrenadier running up there. Going to set up sandbags here. In that case, he occupies the house here. I'll have a safe position to fight from against him there. So sandbags there. Point there. All further quiet beyond that, though, as there's no real shooting happening. In fact, he's moving straight on for the munitions, leaving another section to grab here, so I'll be actually getting the fuel point slightly ahead of him, plus the munitions point as well. I think, not quite there. Third section, though, heading northwards there, while grabbing point here, following up with a Kugelwagen. Once I've sort of got enough infantry that way, hold the line and can sort of follow up with a Kugelwagen to harass, take points, or support the infantry at the front line, however it is needed. Grabbing the northern point here, folks are slowly standing about here, perhaps he's planning to push forwards here, but so far he is not. Instead, now we see him spotting about here, grabbing and digging in with sandbags. Those sandbags used there from our opponent. Another set of sandbags there. In fact, he is being very thorough, as you might notice there. But there you go. Caught here as he's laying down sandbags himself, forced to fall back here as he's always negative cover. Pulls up behind heavy cover, in which case I quickly pull back my full gun to try and bait him out, or at least, not fight. There's a unit of heavy cover that gets a bonus for being in heavy cover. Sandbags here in the centre, and folks are quickly moving on there for the church. John Panzer's got the northern victory point, and then the Kugelwagen heading southwards there to try and spot out what he's doing there. Vickers arriving here for Bglife, and there you go, pushing it again. See if he's moving ahead, but he isn't. And Sturmpanzer attacking in from here. With the third full squad up out here, Kugelwagen there being pushed away, realising there's just too many Tommies. He steps on it. Get us out of here, Heinz! I have no intention of being dead yet. And there you go, Vicks moving folks are catching out in the open here. Quickly pulling into heavy cover. He might rush into the house, but all the folks in the heavy cover should have an edge there versus the Vickers. Up north here, Sturmpanzer moves against the section is supported by the Volksgrenadiers. And we can see that Bglife is rapidly forced to fall away from that. Trying to flank in for a sort of creep up through using the bit here to avoid the active fire, but for some reason Heinz just has to run in the middle of the bloody road. Ultimately, though, it's pretty tricky to get in, but in theory it should be possible, but ultimately it's not. But either way, grabbing the northern point. Here's meanwhile heading for the centre. We've got the folks holding up the house there. Kugelwagen joining to your support as well there, flanking the section and thusly threatening Bglife there. We got more section moving from here. Vickers though, there we go, being pushed back. Folks are ready to hit through in the centre then, hit his resource points. Here's he's pushing up for the centre. Take up for the fatherland there. Battle group headquarters will be set up. Folks are moving up into the church, then fall behind the section here. As they then sleep out maneuvering, we got the section sitting up here. At this point, I don't particularly care. I mean, it's just a section, not a Vickers, so I can actually just move past it if I want to, which is what I want to do. Section they're taking damage out in the open there. Could try and focus down, but I'm trying to manage a bit much at the same time, so I missed the opportunity to maybe. Well, I backed out. Could get a wipe, maybe could get an extra kill or two in there. Cause I get more manpower. Bleed with the section there, push back. Leave one section there. I actually further shift my aims towards cutting off his resources here. Kugelwagen in support there as well. And section there being slowly bled up. We got the Vickers coming up support. And there go hitting the cutoff point and immediately producing breakthrough tactics from breakthrough doctrine to immediately just in a matter of seconds cut him off from his fuel and all of the southern resources. Sturmpanzer then will need to fall back, continue onwards there again. I've got the cut off there completely, so I just want to further, maximise the economic damage I can do here to Bglife. Section there by loose winning out against the Volksgrenadiers. Kugelwagen they're not able to do much. Need to retreat soon here. Sturmpanzer about to get wiped out if I'm not careful. Continue to grab territory there. Volks is falling back. He's shifting out here, and the Sturmpanzers will likely be wiped out because I was too slow in getting them the devil out of there. Forgotten a bit too long. I have no, illusions I can actually hold this fuel point. I just try to do as much damage before it gets the cut point back. In this case, quick call up a Sturmofficer to that way boost my frontline troops against those verdammten Tommies. And there you go, he's forcing up his Vickers there to grab the cut-off point. But again, it's not going to be a much use to get him cut off his fuel, let's cut off his munitions, and in fact I've rendered them neutral. So, I mean, again, that's what a bit good use of breakthrough tactics can do for you. It can actually, in a matter of seconds, cause quite severe economic damage to your opponent. He will not be able to just easily rectify. Against versus the Brits, though, it's not quite as potent, since against their tech costs are in general lower, meaning, I mean, I've sure done some, but it's not going to have the same impact as they done it as an American player or a Soviet player, since again, their tech costs are higher than the British ones. Got the Sturmofficer moving about here, troops reinforcing here. Need a Sturmpanzer to fix up the Kugelwagen, pushing officers over the section. And shifting my forces away from the centre, because it's likely going to have Vickers coming there, so there's no point advancing for now. So they're going to try and repulse his attempts against the north. Got the southern victory point there. He's almost getting back his fuel point there in the southeast. Running in some sappers, setting the north support here. We've got the Sturmofficer moving in there with full Scandinavian support. Quickly falling back here, since again he's in heavy cover. No point in just pushing ahead there. Few assault rifles are being handed out. Setting up sandbags in this case a bit too slow. Section moving about there, pulling up. Quick hand granate. There we go. Heavy losses, plus some of the men are not, staying in bloody cover. The idiots. Forces the need to retreat. Push back here. Did some damage, but ultimately not enough to really sort of prevent Bglife there from pushing through. Still, we got most of the map here. I'm certainly got most of the victory points against him so far. Full squad number 2 with assault rifles, plus finally got some Sturmpanzers on the way, and there we go. He's finally moving out here. I'm just waiting here. I'm basically just expecting him to push ahead here. A bit risky for me in some ways, but there you go, catching him out in the open. Now he's going to go up in a bad spot there. Officers, Volkers with assault rifles. He's falling back, but again, the Volkers will be getting the Sturm Officer inspiration bonus while they're pulling it back across negative coming. I get a lot of free shots, a lot of free damage against Bglife there, and there goes Savage being shredded in a matter of seconds. They are doing some damage here to the Volkers in return, but the damage being done here to Bglife is certainly much higher than he's doing to me. Grab the centre victory point there, section moving southwards. And there we go, almost got the section there. We got an armoured car on the way for Bglife. Moving southwards to deal with the Tommies there. And finally fixing up the Kugelwagen, for reinforcing. Going down to deal with the section there. He is slightly repositioning. Pulling up there to flank them. And getting up closer, but taking a lot of damage here. And sadly, by now I'm taking too much damage. I probably should have taken another path overall to minimise incoming damage rather than taking the most obvious path, which is also the most open one. Heading for the CoH2 point there. At the same time, Sturmofficer flanking behind. Bglife here again for some more aggressive harassment. Kugelwagen rushing it first as the infantry follows up. And there we go, we got the AC Mark III out here for Bglife. One of the heaviest, if not the heaviest armoured car in service during World War II. Partly because he was using parts from old heavy tanks. Fun fact. So there you go, hits his CoH point again on this time with the victory point there, hits control. He can easily sort of just still keep everything connected. So it has less of an effect this time around. Grabbing the point there, forces they're reinforcing, and following up with Kednev, and pretty much got a suspicion he's going to go for the armoured car. Fixing up the Kugelwagen. And there you go, Kednev arriving. To support the 21st Panzer Division here versus the 11th Armoured. Sandbags going down there. Armoured car heading northwards. Section reinforcing, Volkers heading southwards. And further take up there for the Schwerpanzer quarters. Armoured car immediately lands a sniping hit there, which takes up the Sturmpanzer there, one of them, and also damages the rest of the unit quite aggressively. A very lucky shot there for the armoured car, very lucky shot. Section moving in there, then have to deal with them. Armoured car continues finding support, then he's got a Kednev up there. Got another section needs support there as well for him. Quick hand grenade to soften up those Tommies. As the forces then close in. Back in the south though, we got forces pushing forwards there as well. Kugelwagen could join in. Officer also setting out there for the fatherland. In towards heavy cover there, and moving down there, just further harassment. In theory, could just pop breakthrough tactics to cause further sort of economic harm. Armoured car continues to snipe out there. Kednev moving in, sappers are running here to further support the push for the north. English is losing control of the south again. Quick bang on Granada against this huge lump of Tommies. Officer moving in. Kednev moving up to try and deal here with the armoured car. Bit too slow there. Truck hanging back. We need to fall back with that one for the time. There we go. Immediately gets the officer plus another fellow. He's using raid operation thing. This is losing control of the south here. Kuban taking 5 forces to deal with the section there and grab the southern points as well. A lot of action going on, and we got an air glider going in as all this is happening as well there from Bglife and the 11th Armoured. But there you go, following up, he's supported by the Kuban now, going for his fuel point again. And because he's actually slightly pulling back some elements like the armoured car here away from the front line, his section they're grabbing territory, but again, ultimately if he doesn't get enough fuel, it might not matter too much. And this time around, I can then actually make use of the fuel points. And again, I know most of this falls up north. I don't have to go out and immediate counterattack into the south, and I also know the armoured car is heavily damaged. So that rather gives me the time to just ensure I get a large fuel edge there over Bglife. Troops are reinforcing, setting about, counterattacking for the fatherland to defend the northern holdings. But there you go, going for the fuel point there again. Raid operation line to quickly grab it and render it neutral. Got the air landing officer out there, need to retreat with the full of these in some time. Section moving about here, going for the fuel. And there you go, creeping up with the officer. I'm not paying attention, he pops up the light cannon bomb, which then proceeds to wipe my entire full Scandinavian squad. North here, Sturmpanzer was counter-attacking the section there. Section that takes some damage. We'll need to retreat the full so that's soon enough because I don't want to risk another wipe, but certainly I want to do as much damage, I certainly want to get as much fuel against them as possible. There you go, section pushed away there, going back the fuel point. Could move up the Kuban to try and flank the officer ever slightly, and there you go, breakthrough tactics again just to quickly cut him off from the northern fuel point. The Kenner for setting out, they still need to tag up there for the Schwerpanzer quarters, pretty schnell. I mean, otherwise I can't use all this fuel I've got. And there you go, freshly armoured, repaired armour coming about. Therefore, then just need to get out of there. They don't stand much of a chance. But still, I've been able to defend the fuel point there in the south for quite some time. Again, just further denying fuel from it. Up here, Vickers moving up against the Storm Officer in heavy cover. Straight into it, out in the open. Taking a lot of damage there, by the way. Officer slightly sticking his head out of cover. The idiot. And there you go. Gets killed, causes the entire to retreat. Oh, I probably could have beaten the Vickers there entirely. Still got Bglife from the defensive once more with aggressive tactics. Again, aggressive harassment tactics and more just aggressive flanking tactics. Again, just aggression, aggression, aggression. Looking to keep them sort of, you know, uncomfortable and slightly on the wrong foot. But there you go, Schwerpanzer coursing out. I could have out further here to support the front line, but I rather feel like that would be too risky, and I definitely need all the tanks I can get from it. In this case, with the solid situation again, with all the harassment I've done here to Bglife, I'm feeling reasonably confident and get away with just going for a Panzer IV in the first place. And then maybe follow up with something else. I mean, again, I've held both fuel points for a bit. I've just several times now cut them off from a fuel point. So that's the sort of situation we can sort of feel like, you know, you can go for a Panzer IV here. You can go for it. And not get absolutely, you know, beaten silly. So we got the armoured car pushing ahead here with support from the section. Like getting everyone up the armoured car and spectacularly misses. Good lord, Tommy, that one. Oh, good lord, they hit us with a second one. Told you we weren't supposed to stick out so far. And the centre here following up there, supported by the officer. Section holding up there. His Vickers is actually back here. He's using the glider there, by the way, as a fort retreat point. Not a bad idea at all. And we got Panzer arriving here, some more heavy infantry to replace the fortress squad I lost earlier. I could go for OKW, but I kind of want out the Panzer IV. In that case, the Panzer Fusiliers are quite durable, quite good, and also cost 110 manpower less. So I can still go for some infantry, but also not push myself off too far from getting a Panzer IV as well. So it sort of allows me to get the best of both worlds. And there, going calling the Panzer IV. Fortunately, pick up. We got the air landing officer creeping up there. Unit wiped up. He wasn't quite paying attention with a 6-pounder gun. He's obviously aware I'll probably going for some kind of armor soon enough. And there you go, Panzer IV on the way. Grabbing the centre victory point again there, and there go creeping ahead. You can actually use the abilities of the officer from inside a house. In this case, I've used to target them on the air landing officer, though it apparently doesn't actually end up having much of an effect on him, despite being out in the open as well. Much to my chagrin. In the south, the unit pushed back. Sappers section there pushing away. And there you go, folks, pushed away, almost wiped out here. Not the best move there, but Panzer almost done. Gets away though, gets away. And the officer is also close to being wiped out, and there we go, falls back on top of that. So a bit of quiet here. Bit of quiet. There we go. Panzer 4 mortar JR in support of 21st Panzer Division, adding in the Pendulum machine gun. He's sort of taken up himself, but he's just doing that now. So he's definitely behind in the armor race against me. He is definitely behind. Six-pounder gun there coming in the centre. Armoured car being fixed up, but there you go. Panzer 4 strikes like an armoured fist. Also looking there, go to crush the officer, hitting him square head on. Armoured car shoots, fails to penetrate the 80mm of sloped armor, well not sloped, but non-sloped armor of the Panzer 4. The Panzer 4 definitely did not have sloped armor. Section under fire from the Panzer 4. Okay, they're trying to keep ahead. They're trying to flank out and particularly get the anti-tank gun to pull away so they can sort of more aggressively use my Panzer 4. I mean, he could try and sort of move about here, but it's still a bit risky. I don't know what's about here. So there could be some dangerous elements, but it's a possibility here. Troops reinforcing. Let's get moving there. Need to try and, again, outmaneuver this fellow. I could also just move the Panzer 4 behind the church, knock it out that way. Section almost wiped out. And there you go. Panzer is pushed back here by the section there. And again, this gives them an edge. You can much more quickly get back on the field. I mean, this is several seconds shaved off anything. And there you go. Plus, of course, allows them to defend the CoH point here more easily. There you go, pulling behind the church quickly here with the Panzer 4 opening up on it. Again, nothing about the other officer moving up support here as well. And there goes Vickers pushed out. Infantry pushing through the south here. And we got more troops that are reinforcing, getting ready to push forward. Kuban could also be doing a bit of action here. Six-pounder gun trying to react to all of this. We got the full stream coming in there. Officer needs to get into there. Go. Pops. Target them on the six-pounder gun to quickly deal with that. Panzer moving in, try and get some hits there. Almost got it. Almost got it. Infantry taking too much down from the south of the armoured car. But there you go. Six-pounder gun wiped. Of course, they're being pushed back as well. Now, I'm going after the armoured car. This is actually a mistake, but I should be prioritising. He's destroying the anti-tank gun here, by the way. I kind of think I could just go for the armoured car, but again, mistake there. I should have destroyed the anti-tank gun, but now it's too late, and for some reason, my Panzer 4 is being a bit weird, doing some odd movements there, or allowing to grab at the anti-tank, and also losing the church there with the officers in it to the air landing officer with his light cannon bomb, and ultimately a quick death to fall back. So, missed opportunity to destroy the six-pounder gun. Maybe we couldn't have defended the officer against the air landing officer there, so that was an overall mistake there. Should have not prioritised the armoured cars. That wasn't really a big threat. I just wanted it dead because it's been such a nuisance to me. So that was a case of poor prioritisation by me, and I got adequately punished for it. Cromwell following up there for Bglife though. Six-pounder gun there, pushing back the Panzer Kampfwagen 4. Panzer pushing forward there with the Stielhandgranate. Grenades popped in both directions, neither really having an impact. And pushing southwards again with some Flesh Grenadiers and going for some Obersoldaten. Some more hardened infantry there for the fatherland. And getting to work there on the Panzer Kampfwagen 4. Cromwell almost done. Section heading northwards. Noting he has not upgraded his sections in any noticeable way. Also could consider setting up an MG34 here, just about there. So heading the northern munitions there, need to counter and immediately do so with the Panzer Kampfwagen 4 with its Schützen. Initially added to help mostly protect those anti-tank rifles. There you go. Coming up in the section there. Sadly not quite with most of them bunched up, but still clears out the one there with the machine guns. Got the Cromwell up to engage the Panzer 4. But in this case it's quickly dissuaded from doing so. And the south there, focusing versus the armoured car, the AC Mark III. Damage the engine with a quick Panzerfaust there. Most likely one of the earlier models of the Panzerfaust. They actually, basically get quite a long range, like the last models had something like 100 meters range. Which is quite a bit for a Panzerfaust. Also quite a bit of penetration. So there you go, Cromwell's spawn. In this case, I just quickly pop breakthrough tactics just to be able to cut off him from his munitions. Again, just anything to do just slow down his resource income. Anything. Got the MG34 on the way there to support the fatherland's ferocious fighting forces. And also they're being equipped with an LMG-34. Hardened men of the 21st Panzer Division, men who've seen their way through North Africa and somehow got away there. Normandy and so on.
Standing by. Send orders. Heavy machine gun team ready.
Fresh push from here, Bglife into the north, off supported by a section, pushing to the centre as well here. Under fire from Panzer Fusilier and the Panzer IV, shot bounced there by the Cromwell. From the Cromwell. And the section out, and them is a pretty easy target. Negative cover, and no real support there. He's keeping the Vickers close by now, holding a mortar placement. Generally, I do feel like they need to do something mortar placement because it can have a very disproportionate effect on smaller maps like Bolotny Farmer. Also using, in this case, detection to just try and sort of spot out what he's doing across the map, so that way giving me a better chance of counter-attacking and maybe exploiting any weaknesses. But a big push from here, need to get the Panzer to deal with it. Again, the Cromwell keeping my Panzer slightly preoccupied. And there you go, mortar fire, running awfully close to my Sturm Pioneers. Also I'm doing the camp from start of the house there with the LMG-34, raking down those Tommies. And there you go, we got air support called in here, strafing support. Sturm Pioneers almost wrapped up, Kuban Nordström being destroyed. And pushing in through that, Orbison slightly retracted because they don't want to be in that. And I'm basically waiting for the Schwerpanzer Corps to get some of these aircraft shot down. But there you go, Cromwell changed to the Panzer IV, they're taking a hit like Kevin, can't quite hit due to the shrubberies there. And of course got the mortar plate just constantly down fire, so aircraft shot down. Just one down there, and that was the one that deals with the infantry. Panther following up there, since I rather figure Panther would be pretty good, lest the Cromwells might also bounce some of the shots from the 6-pounder gun. And there goes second aircraft shot down, opening up some more freedom of movement for my Panzers and my infantry. Ken of the taking hits from the mortar, one kill so far, 7 for the Cromwell.
At your service, Alfie. Crew, get ready.
Armoured car just trying to defend the southern point, so reinforcement going on. Mines down there.
Trying to take a point from us.
And there we go. Panther ready here for the 21st Panzer Division. Panzer Kampfwagen 5. I got a bit more armour here. Cromwell up north, so that's going to counter straight to the Panzer IV. Quick hit there, and we got the second trying to flank up behind. Fortunately, just some repeated mortar fire, and here's sap suppressed. Also revealing a mine, and I quickly just pop a grenade on it. Long term, of course, I want mines because then be able to deal with those mines. I can have more freedom of movement for my infantry and my armour. Overall, my plan now is to try and somehow do something about this and maybe take out the mortar emplacement. Of course, I've completely forget about the option of just flanking through here and just quickly hitting the mortar emplacement from the south, bypassing this, and then maybe following up with an attack from the north. So right here, just get a bit too obsessed because the mortar emplacement just is really tiresome to deal with. Really tiresome to do. Again, it's that brace ability. It needs to be lowered, I think, in timing overall, entirely removed. Because again, it allows the mortar emplacement just to have a disproportionate effect on a small map because you can just cover most of it, but it's really, really difficult to remove. And again, most blitz will just place it right in the midst of everything. Again, thusly also making more punishing to deal with. So it's a very annoying thing. They're going down, mines was checking out stuff. Panther takes a direct penetrating hit there from the 6-pounder gun. Panther taking a penetrating hit from a 52mm gun is not really, actually likely in the actual war. I mean, 80mm sloped armor should have a pretty good chance of bouncing that. There go Cromwell air here. Panther 4 not quite within range. Panther 4, Panther 5 there falling back. We got troops through the centre in the MD-34. Again, the 6-pounder gun rather poses a problem because again it can just easily penetrate in my Panther, which gives me a bit of a headache there. There you go, section push back there with a bit of incendiary grenades. Coming now pushing through the centre straight into the Kedeneffer. Need to counter attack, and there you go. Quick damage on the Kedeneffer. Misses actually. Bet you 2 gains. There you go, does some damage. You can move the Panther down there. Almost got one of the Cromwells. They were Ken of White. Panther moving down with his high velocity gun. Shoots and misses the Cromwell. Panther 4 still being repaired. Tier troops and certainly being suppressed. Going for a lightning gun to just have a chance of dealing with the Vickers. The anti-tank adults maybe so dealing with mortar placement. More penetrating hits there on the Panther from the Cromwell now.
Standing by. Send orders.
And another sort of follow-up assault here. Rather intent on knocking out that 6-pounder gun by a quick flank, but instead takes a lot of damage there from the Cromwell. Despite again having, reasonable armor. Again, the problem is it doesn't amount to much half the time, and in this case, most of it gets penetrated even at range. So the armored flanking, which could have worked out, ultimately just gets negated due to, rubbish luck. So that was just a waste for me. They obviously shouldn't have done it like that, but I was kind of feeling like maybe, low health, I could quickly get in there, sneak a shot in and wipe it, but that obviously did not work out at all.
Ready for action.
Not at all.
Time for action.
Ready for action.
So that was a bit of a nuisance and a frustrating moment. The lightning gun being rushed southwards there by accident. Medics on the way there to help reinforce and heal the troops.
Cromwell tank, reporting for orders.
Got the light infantry guns sort of being pursued here by the armoured car. Not good. Also need the Panther fixed up. So again, overall just a waste of resources. But me again, I should have tried flanking through or maybe attacking there or something else. I got too just concerned with just dealing with this, and it just caused me to do some short-sighted action which did not benefit me at all. Moving to an MD-34 here. Again, he seems to have forgotten it exists, which my MD-34 of course is more than happy to remind it does. MD-34, they're getting mortar, they'll need to fall back pretty soon. Cromwell's moving ahead again, and the MD-34 actually got wiped there. Pretty bad news for me. Now go MD-34 swiftly recruit there. Cromwell's blasting away, bombarding the German infantry with armor fire, and there you go, Panther moving up. They're not for repair, but just sufficient here to threaten the Cromwells. They came off against some good hits. They almost got one of the Cromwells there. Third Cromwell away there for Bglife. At this point, he should, maybe consider a Firefly, maybe taking up for Comets, but instead he just keeps going for Cromwells. In this case, quickly knocks one of them out. Panther doing some damage with machine guns. Infantry following up here as well. Shot bounced off the Panther's 80mm of sloped armor. That one does have in there. Go another strafing support here from Bglife, but Ken never wiped out. And Panther goes down to more or less half health for the troops reinforcing healing. Troops heading northwards there with the sapper section hitting the victory point there. And 90 gun there starting to do some damage here, wiping out the Vickers, maybe the 6-pounder gun there. At which point I guess we go for something there. Just quickly overwhelm and then pushing back further. Almost got the 6-pounder gun there, pushing forward, scrambling by Kedneff at the very least. 6 lightning gun got wiped out there by the mortars, quickly recruited by Panzer. And Crom there fighting out like Kedneff, and not necessarily the best idea in there. Go for a quick suppress with the Vickers. Need to counteract and take the north there before it bleeds out too fast. And another Crom into like Kedneff there. And wiped again. But there you go, gets his 6-pounder gun, but not quite destroyed. Not quite destroyed. Panther sending ahead here, troop reinforcing healing. A lot of infantry charge force. In fact, the 6-pounder gun got destroyed, meaning he's actually only got his Cromwells now to fight against my Panther with, which does give him a bit more room there to be a bit more aggressive and sort of punish him a bit with his Cromwell play. There you go, shots fired though. Quick hit there. MD4 full troop again there, again from the block, charges straight into the MD4 and gets suppressed. In fact, I could try and blitzkrieg forward here to try and crush it. In this case, it doesn't. Do not. I'm also slightly worried about another 6-pounder gun. Up north here, we got the Ulsan going after the sappers here to defend the northern points as he harasses continually. So a bit more action there. Troops in reinforcing as they move forwards again. Panzer moving hit. Panther there's advancing as well. Almost got the Vickers. Panther shoots, misses the Cromwells. Penetrating hit there from the Cromwells, and of course I pull back because again when your opponent has that kind of luck, there's not much point in finding out with the Panther there, even at max range, but it really should have the advantage.
Panther, ready to
Sending the armoured car northwards there.
Waiting for orders.
At this point I'm just trying to keep the manpower flow so the stage can get out enough troops to crew my stuff, and of course just keep infantry enough on the field. That way you just, keep them away from just running at me all the time. And of course somehow build up a force and then somehow deal with a mortar emplacement. Again, I've sort of to an extent ridden off the south, which of course strategically is a mistake. In this case of calling the assault artillery, could actually call it in here, that made a much better idea, but I just sort of assumed for some reason, no idea why he'd be around here, would clearly be around, his horse or glider. If I'd called it in here, I'd probably been able to do a lot more damage to Bglife. Instead he kind of wasted a bit there. Up north there was something armoured, engaged here with the armoured car. Though I did get the anti-tank and there were at least one hit. And in fact wiping it, almost destroying it in fact. So ultimately, while the idea was actually bad, I sort of got something out of it. I technically don't even destroy the anti-tank entirely, but I do some damage there, so I suppose it sort of works out. Also causes mortar emplacement to brace. There you go, charging in the Panther after the armoured car. Again, a bit risky knowing it's 2 crumbles, but I just want that armoured car dead here. I want it destroyed. I want it in flames. Also got the incoming up support here. He quickly hits the bit there to sort of damage his mobility, but he's going to lose that armoured car, and there you go. That means he's got 1 armoured element less. That's only something that can make it hard for him to use, deal with my infantry, which is good. Panther, by the way, half fate to Victory 2, which is also pretty good for him. If it hits Victory 2, it definitely becomes hard for his armor to deal with. It certainly makes its frontal armor a bit more worth it. Cromwell sends to the academy. If I could have, by the way, consider investing into another academy to have a better chance of dealing with his armor. If he just makes these kind of head-on armored assaults, that would generally not be a bad idea. At this point, though, I'm actually beginning to consider investing into the Jagdtiger, because again, the sort of way things are going so far in, the way sort of attacking, a Jagdtiger would be a very good choice in just sort of trying to punish him. Plus, I got a Panther supported, got Kednev, and I can lay down some mines to cover the flanks. I could make it work. There's also the option for King Tiger, but that just requires even more resource investment and more time here versus Bglife. And that's not something you want to give him too much of either. I mean, again, so many games have been lost because you just decide, to suddenly hunker down there. So if I have to go for something big, in this case, I figure I'm going to go for the Jagdtiger, which just requires me to save up manpower now. Got the fuel, and I don't need to make any sort of further investment. So the Jagdtiger in this case is the more plausible idea. There's basically my plan for now. That is the Jagdtiger in a rare show in a 1 versus 1 match. Up north here we got Panzer going to the victory point as he's charging with the sappers there. Quick granate, and then in the south harassment going on. They got Fulton versus the officer. Veteran 25 Fulton versus the victory for the officer, doing some damage with the Sturmgewehre. And there you go. Almost got him, but at least forced him away. The Kevin creeping ahead. You need to be careful with that though. And of course, got the Panther, got the sappers up north there with the Panzer Fusilier. In the south, their forces continue to hit. The Cromwell's moving down there to maybe deal with it. 11th Armoured certainly not quite being as aggressive as he can. I mean, he's also getting obviously focused on the centre here, and to an extent, he's also neglecting some manoeuvre there against me. I mean, he could be launching large armoured assaults for here or for the south, but he isn't really. He isn't really. And that also gives him tools again. That's partly why I'm considering the Jagdtiger, because again, overall, I know the way he's playing the game so far would make the Jagdtiger reasonably efficient, because he's so far not displaying as any, really aggressive armoured commander or frightfully imaginative armoured commander. So in that regard, a Jagdtiger also works out pretty well versus the not very imaginative. Eric Constance in there from Bglife. Using his officer, that's not a bad move at all. I think that's the first time I've seen someone use the recon sweep from the officer actually. Like this infantry, you should continue to provide support here from the men of the 21st Panzer Division. Veteran 3 mortar emplacement. Sandbags down there. But so far, again, I'm just on standby, because if I want to get the Jagdtiger, I need to not play aggressively. And again, I've recently got the victory points here, decently advantaged position, so I can sort of afford to wait for it. I just, not need to not throw away my infantry, 2 pointless assaults there. So again, it's sort of, slight movement there around the victory point, but overall, I'm not going to make any sort of big maneuvers. I'm not going to make anything big, because I want the bloody Jagdtiger. Meanwhile, it seems like Bglife is aiming for the crocodile. Which is certainly might find herself slightly disadvantaged versus the Jagdtiger head on. Auxiliary fire there. In this case, the house by where the ruins is slightly protecting the light infantry gun from the mortar fire, since it's also a shield against some of it, making it a bit harder for it to hit. So that sort of works out there for the lightest infantry shots. Going for mines again. I'm pretty much setting up them, sort of trying to lay down some mines to make it hard for them just, rushing with this tank from the north. Should also lay down some here for example, some more. In fact, I'm not laying down enough mines to really properly cover it. Commander standing out there. Sapper standing about there. Again, it's very much a standoff situation as I'm just waiting for the Jagdtiger. Partly because I wanted he can you actually make it useful in the 1 vs 1. Is there some kind of special ability that kind of makes it good? But there you go. Cromwell tanking under cover of air support. Again with the back section there, we've got the Panther opening up. Close to efficiency 2. And there you go, got the Jagdtiger out. Schwer Panzer Jagdteilung 653, sending in one of its Jagdtigers. Line of gun there wiped out. Raketneffer wiped out. Panther though is 32 there, gaining shots. Cromwell's also quite a bit damaged. Upgrading the Jagdtiger there with the engine improvements. And also lost an infantry squad somewhere in the south. In fact, as I moved in there, did not know he had them hiding out there, the bastard. Troops trying to advance through here. Anti-tank gun falling back. And he's calling in the crocodile at the same time. Unfortunately, they're taking too much damage. Need to retreat Schnell. And in the northern points with the Jagdtiger there moving ahead. With a 128mm gun, same as the use on the Pack 44. Fun fact, in this case, I'm trying to hit attack ground then the anti-tank and destroying it. As it turns out, it's not too good at that, but actually gets poor Harry there with a 128mm high explosive shell. And obviously, in this case, he goes, no way, who'd go for a Jagdtiger? Well, obviously, I would, because I'm a bit of a curious person. So there we go, Jagdtiger out there. Fun fact, they would actually, in some of the Jagdtigers, not use assault gun or tank destroyer crews, but actually use Tiger tank crews, which caused some problems because the Tiger tank crews were not used to fighting in assault guns. It actually caused some problems, and those crews, in fact, performed rather poorly compared to the Jagdpanther crews they stuffed in for some of the first company. But there you go, shots fired there. He actually charges forward despite knowing there's a Jagdtiger there. That's definitely not the wisest choice there by the Bglife. That is not the wisest choice. As the Jagdtiger does do a lot of damage, they quickly taking the Churchill Crocodile down to less than half health in a couple of shots there. North here, folks, finding out the sections there. Need to retreat though. Soon enough, basically being overwhelmed there. Reinforcing. Down throwing back, trying to keep it closer to the Jagdtiger. I mean, anything hit by the Jagdtiger was pretty much guaranteed to, blow up. On the other hand, it suffered from a lot of issues since it was very much a Burton tank destroyer using the King Tiger chassis, which itself was also struggling a bit there.
A capture point is being overrun.
I think they also primarily served on the western front, barely seeing any action on the eastern front. But there you go, he's trying to to the Cromwells there, into the Jagdtiger and the Panther here. By the way, for some reason I accidentally clicked the hold fire button. I'm not entirely sure why. But there you go, that was a tactical error by me. Tactical error.
Enemy threatening a capture point. Emplacement under attack.
Trying to knock out his mortar emplacements, realised he hasn't bothered repairing it for some time. There you go, Cromwell takes a great hit from the Jagdtiger. This 128mm gun. Panther shoots, gets a good hit on the other Cromwell. Jagdtiger shoots as well. Almost gets that one knocked out entirely. 6-pounder gun getting some hits on the Panther, but most bounce off. Jagdtiger by very close to veteran to one, thus access to the supporting fire ability. Sappers taking losses from the Lactis Infanteriegeschütz as he continues to fire in a supporting fire there. They got forces on the way there. In the south, forces moving in again, still got the officer to deal with as a problem, as a nuisance. Up north, Panzer is still on standby. In this case, I'm actually moving in the filter to try and deal with the sappers to prevent him from actually repairing his mortar emplacement efficiently. There you go, both cromwells flying away there. Shot bounced there off the Churchill Crocodile, which caused him to fall back a little bit further. Still a slightly spotting hit there for the Jagdtiger. Getting very close to Vector's wanting the supporting fire ability, which is rather what I want to test out. I rather want to test out the supporting fire ability. But there you go, almost got his mortar emplacement there knocked out. Folks there, Panzer Sturmfunktionäre. Flanking another 6-pounder gun. There we go. Moves the Cromwell slightly hit into the range of the Jagdtiger, and there you go, unlock supporting fire. In this case, takes a bit to fire it. Almost got the 6-pounder there with the supporting fire ability. Almost, but not quite. At the same time, attack onto north into the Panzer with the section 8 to the Granate. Suffering damage, got air support called in against the centre. And almost got the section there, almost got it. And that could be another wipe there for Bglife. There we go, another veteran infantry squad annihilated. Still, veterans 1 Jagdtiger with supporting fire. That's actually a problem for him. It's actually kind of good if you can sort of aim it correctly and sort of time it correctly, since it does take some time before it begins firing the high explosive shells at the enemy. Smoke screen there to defend, or at least to allow him to take the point there. Actually using the creeping smoke barrage, but it's actually kind of nice. I mean, a lot of players neglect that one, partly because they don't have to use it most of the time, or just don't care. Quickly dispatching troops and deal with that. I could try and use supporting fire, but I think it's a bit too risky here in this case. And a bit tricky to sort of actually hit them in the smoke, at least target it properly. There you go, at least disrupting, preventing him from grabbing it. Also hitting his southern victory point, as all this is happening. There we go, defender centre 1, successfully in service of the fatherland. Could use the supporting fire to try and wipe out his Vickers machine gun. And there you go, I do go for it. There you go, almost got the Vickers veteran feeder wiped out with a high explosive shell there. Only one man left, and there you go. Jagdtiger annihilates the Vickers. Pushing out here now with infantry large move. At the same time, it's moving at the Common Norfolk here. I don't realize what's going on here, in fact. Storm Officer number 2 arriving here to support once more another offensive, aggressive operation again. With the Vickers gone, I can actually more aggressively just go for 6-pounder gun, destroy that. Jagdtiger there, almost getting it. Panther almost got it. Can't quite destroy it. Churchill ring hit from the front. There you go, flanking with the Cromwells. Mines for panics it off. I'll wait, flanks past all of this. And again, I should have laid down more mines. I was not laying down sufficient lines. The Panther needs to be outflanked here. And taking a lot of damage from the veteran Cromwell crews. I'm desperately trying to get out of that situation there. Jagdtiger there, slightly repositioned just enough to be able to hit there the Cromwell tank. Okay, we're just firing at the advancing Churchill tank. Vetchi Feeder trying to flank behind. And there you go, almost got the Crocodile again. He's focusing on the Jagdtiger, ignoring the Kedemeth. And there you go, one Cromwell down. And got the Churchill tank as well. The Jagdtiger still standing. There we go, gets within the arc of fire there with the Cromwell. And gets the second Cromwell as well. Jagdtiger survives it all. And is almost veteran too. Almost. And one of the Cromwells actually got abandoned. This is pretty bad for Bglife. He's calling in another Crocodile, immediately just trying to quickly fill up his armor losses there with whatever he can get, despite that again not being the best option versus the mighty Jagdtiger. Shot fired there. Jagdtiger turned to deal with the nuisance the best way with high explosive shells. Gains victory to as it gets a hit there. And there goes 6-pounder gun crew annihilated by the Jagdtiger. And there you go. You can actually make reasonable use of a Jagdtiger. But again, it does require, assault gun tactics and requires you to use supporting fire. The Jagdtiger is pretty much kind of rubbish without. And honestly, I think they should basically make this a starting ability and make this one a Veterans 1 ability. If they could do that, I think the Jagdtiger would be a lot more playable in 1 versus 1. There you go, Crocodile moving in again in front of the Jagdtiger, again, not caring that the heaviest tank destroyer in the German army is just finding a way at it. And there you go, quickly Panzerfausted. Akenov setting up. Cromwell there being pulled back for repairs. And the Jagdtiger just lurches ahead. My God, Otto. We've almost got some. We've survived everything. Yeah, he was. Yeah, if we make it out of alive, otherwise we're corpses. There you go. Crocodile left burning. Jagdtiger survives it all and destroys it all. And breakthrough attacks again as I hit the southern points now. Ras. Mortar emplacement is still standing. Again, I'm just trying to prevent him from immediately calling in any other armour. So that way disrupt, and for that matter, rush in something after my Jagdtiger, which is in dire need repairs at the moment. Hitting the southern victory point, stealing away my Kedneffer. The swine. There you go, section about to get wiped out. He's not careful. We've still got the strong officer about. They're supporting all the units here, boosting their combat ability.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
And another strafing support here from Bglife to that way, trying to prevent me from taking the centre victory point to buy time. And there you go, Cromwell about here for the fatherland. Aircraft rapidly shot down. Jagdtiger receiving repairs. That's going to take some time there. Section rushing into the centre of the officer. Right in front of the MG-34 and the Cromwell tank. Both aircraft were swiftly shot down by German anti-aircraft fire. Yeah, brutal armoured engagement here in the centre, leaving a lot of tanks burning. Mostly British tanks, though. Mostly British tanks. And he's lost quite a few Cromwells and several Churchill Crocodiles. I really, and this is where, Firefly or something else might have benefited in some way. So, Comet. There you go, Jagdtiger about ready to go again here. Got the Cromwell there rolling ahead here, engaging the sappers and wiping them swiftly with a single high explosive shell. Yeah, these British tanks aren't half bad, except they're not German, and there's all of this tea. Yeah, not really helpful. And they're good threat in the mortar and playing the flank with a Cromwell. Jagdtiger down there again, just using supporting fire to clear out any infantry obstacles. Quickly out maneuvering like Kedneffer here. As infantry support, they're the veteran 5 Panzer. By the way, I never upgraded them with G43s. That's definitely a missed opportunity there by me and a mistake. Almost got like Kedneffer there. Jagdtiger continues ahead there. Also, not long cooldown on this ability. You can just quickly fire it again. That allows you to be a bit more aggressive with it, which is good. Otherwise, that could really just also make the Jagdtiger about. But it can be kind of good again if you can sort of use the supporting fire there decently. There you go. More kills racking up there. Section's almost wiped out. Placement down, and with this, BG large pretty much got nothing left here. The 11th Armoured was destroyed. Of the 21st Panzer to be shown. Glider down, and GG well played there. GG well played. Game over. A victory for the fatherland. A loss here for king and country. A victory, a rare one for the Jagdtiger. Again, it can be good if you can get it up to veteran 1 to use the supporting fire, at which point it can actually sort of really threaten British or Allied support weapons and the infantry. Though it of course does a bit of work to sort of hit properly, but again, it can generally sort of wipe a lot of units with that one. So in that regard, the Jagdtiger can be good, but it does require a lot of sort of clever usage and sensible usage, and obviously more mines than I had there. I mean, had I had more mines since armor flank, they would probably have gone off a lot worse. Overall, though, I mean, my bigger mistakes were getting too focused on the centre. They should have put more pressure on the sides, and that tried to outmaneuver. I can't try attacking his bases, and that regard, I got too focused again. The mortar and plate just really ticking me off in that sense there. I could also go for more light infantry guns as another option there. Bglife also got too focused on the centre to an extent. While I allowed him to do so, had I just attacked him more elsewhere there, probably could have gone less good for him. Though I should have followed up with the second Kedneffer to just further punish his armour play there, since again, it wasn't too strong either. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. Also, a big thanks to Dirk for donating to the Propagandacast, supporting it. If you wish to support the Propagandacast, you can do so via the links in the video description, via Patreon or PayPal. This is ImperialDAne signing off, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers.